What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the X-Men Wave Apocalypse. Now, this is the, I don't even know, maybe third Apocalypse figure. So we had the Build-A-Figure in blue, we had the Age of Apocalypse, then we had this one done on this kind of like a retro card, classic card for the X-Men. And this one is in the animated series colors, which is awesome. I love that. The card looks awesome. I love like how huge that is. I love the figure, the way it looks, the paint, the different accessories. Looks really good. The artwork is really awesome. That's the front. Sturdy card, and that's the back. Now let's get them open and check them out. So here's Apocalypse outside of the packaging with his accessories, and man, he looks awesome. I really like that purple that they chose, and then that blue. That blue is really nice. It's like a kind of like a matte blue, not like a shiny. It looks really good. I love the choice of the colors. It just looks amazing to me. The sculpt looks nice. You've got an alternate hand accessory to be like a little blaster. Some effects. A couple smaller ones that kind of plug in here on the other end. Comes with some fists that look really good. Another head sculpt. Pretty cool. And then these little tendrils that kind of attach to the back of his arm and his back. So that is it for his accessories. Let's check him out. So for Apocalypse, he looks really awesome. They got this nice like gray for his skin tone, but it's got a little bit of a wash in there. This is the face that he comes in packaged with. So he's got that gritting teeth, kind of angry, fighting. His head actually has like a darker blue than what's here on the rest of the body. But the teeth are done really well. You can see the gums in there. The top of the head has, darker blue, but it's got these lines going through on the top. Really nice. I wonder what he would look like if this blue would have matched. Still not bad. I love the neck collar part right here. It's something I look for in all Apocalypse figures. Just to, some of them used to make an A also in the comics. I kind of like it like this. It's a soft plastic, so something like they added on. Maybe glued into the shoulders or something. We got these shoulder pads that are also glued in. We got nice little lines here for his armor. The forearms have the armor. His biceps got some nice little veins in there. The boots look really, really nicely done. A lot of detail in there for his armor look. So just a really cool looking figure. Really clean. The blues just mixed throughout the purple. And no other real difference in the color. Like there's only the two. There's not like a third color to break those two up. Which most times I like a third color, but this looks really, really good. This A seems to be a little bit darker too, though. But just really nice. So for articulation, he's got a ball on a neck hinge. So if you just move the head, it only goes down about that far and up to about neutral. But once you throw the neck hinge in there, he looks way down. Like his head tucks into the armor piece. I mean, that looks strange, but I think it's awesome that he can do that. And then, if you go back, he actually looks up about that far. So, really cool. head turns left or right, it starts to hit this piece here, but it's a nice soft plastic, so it kind of gives a little bit. You can tilt his head a little bit to get a little personality in there. Not bad. Let's see, T-pose, upper bicep cut, single jointed elbow. It is pinned, it's kind of hidden by this little forearm piece of his armor. But it goes up pretty good, feels pretty smooth. This piece doesn't hinder it at all. Ab crunch. Goes forward really nice, goes back even farther. But really nice ab crunch. I love that. Leg can go forward about that much. Goes back a little past neutral. Upper thigh cut. They split about that far. Double jointed pinned knees. Bends really well. You got this really nice ball peg hinge for the ankle, so it rotates. You got your hinge and a pivot. So really nice. Man, this figure is super awesome. Really great sculpt so far and really nice articulation. So here's Apocalypse with his other head sculpt on, the neutral face with the fists and the tendrils in. Man, every time I look at this guy, I just think of the animated series and I can just hear his voice. It's pretty crazy. These little tendrils don't hinder the articulation or anything like that, so that's really awesome. Looks really cool. Now for this, I believe it can just go on any hand. Oh, so actually these slide off. Then it should just peg right in there. Yep. So it pegs right in. There's a bottom piece right here for you to plug the tendril in. You know, in the show, like he can morph his body into different things. So really cool. That's his little blaster. And then of course, you got your little blast effects. So we'll throw one here. Or do you want to put it up top to this one? And then you got the two smaller ones. That plug in just like that. Really nice that they gave that to us, but I don't think I'll be using that at all. That's just me. Not unless it's like in a stop motion or something like that for a quick scene or a picture, but as far as staying on the shelf, that won't be used by me. Nothing against it. You know, it's got the nice still different paints, the orange, and the purple. But that's it for that, really. So, got a little comparison. We have the Build-A-Figure Apocalypse from an earlier X-Men wave, and then you have the Age of Apocalypse version. And this is probably like my least favorite one out of all of them, but I still kind of like this one. I really liked the figure when I was younger. I thought the design was really cool. So getting him in the Legends form was really awesome for me. This Build-A-Figure one just looks menacing. I mean, you can see it right here on the video that, I don't know, maybe it's those darker colors or something about it. Maybe it's just the shadow around the eyes, but he looks like a beast, dude. He looks angry. That looks crazy. Well, this one just makes me feel nostalgic. I was like, yeah, it looks really, really nice. Something about this guy is like, I'm not messing around, which is really cool. So they all have that collar piece that I was mentioning, and each one of them is done differently. But I like this style that this one has. It's something that I believe I've seen more in comics, that look, when he was first around. The shape of it anyways. This guy looks really awesome. They got the A's on the belt. This one does not. His shoulder pieces aren't as large as these, the armor pieces, but it plugs into the top. And these, I think, yep, this one also does. So really cool. All have single jointed elbows, pinned. These guys share boots except for this little ankle piece right here that's kind of floating around. So that's pretty cool. But this one has the little silver in there, but I still love this blue. Something about it. I don't know, really nice. I feel like these bodies are pretty much the same too. I know these guys are the same. This one looks to have the same exact shape, but altered maybe. Like this part right here, it looks like maybe they added something to it. Then of course, instead of the abs, this one's got like the armor look. So really cool though. 3 different styles, all look crazy. Now this one, this head is done differently. These 2 heads are the exact same, just painted differently, but the same style with these 2 little parts on top. This one doesn't have anything down the middle versus this one's got these stripes and painted in there, which is really cool. And then of course this one came with the extra head, which I love the neutral head. But this guy, how I was saying earlier, how that's darker on the head, I think it would match with this other version. So I'm gonna take this Apocalypse out of the way. And then I'm gonna get the heads swapped if I can. So here they are with the head swap. And now this one looks angrier than it did on this body, but not as ferocious as this one. I think the skin tone might have something to do with it, because I don't really like it. Even though it's the same sculpt, it just seems out of place. I gotta think it's the darker skin on this one versus the lighter on there. The darker just goes with the darker colors. It just looks better that way. And of course, when I said Build-A-Figure, I meant Build-A-Figure. So here he is with the older Toy Biz Apocalypse Build-A-Figure. So we can see how much larger he is compared to them. And they are large figures on their own. I'd say that Build-A-Figure is about twice their size. But man, I still love that thing. Really cool. I actually still love the original Toy Biz one. I think I still have it hidden around here somewhere. But something about that sculpt is just really, really nice. So I kept it. But I love the neutral face. Yeah. I put the neutral face back on this version. This one has the A right here in the front, which I love. I guess his collar looks more like his collar, but I do love this collar more that the newer one has. They all have the A on the belt, so really nice. You know, in the series and everything like that, you know, Apocalypse was able to change his size, which is one of the main reasons why I kept this Build-A-Figure one, the larger Build-A-Figure. just to kind of emulate that. But this guy, you know, doesn't match in colors. So, I mean, he's close, but not exact. But you can get away with fudging that. I mean, you got the dark around here on his lats and stuff, and you got the dark in there. So, pretty cool. They all look really nice together. And for another comparison, here is Apocalypse next to his most famous horseman, Archangel. And then we've got the Marvel Legends Grey Hulk, which I thought he was probably going to be about the same height as Hulk. Hulk is just, you know, you can see a difference in him size-wise overall. As it should be. But, yeah, I thought it would be just a little bit closer, just off the top of my head. But I do like the difference between all of them. So overall, I really like this Apocalypse. I think he is for me, he's my favorite version out of the ones that we have gotten. I love the colors on it. It's very nostalgic. Maybe that plays a part of it. But something about it is just really a lot more clean. I mean, this one looks really awesome too. That's probably the second best one, that Build-A-Figure. But I don't know. Something's calling me back to this one. I think my only complaints are I wish I can get more motion out of the elbow. These gauntlets kind of get in the way. They hinder it. You can slide them forward to get a little bit more, but they're just single jointed elbows. They all have that same issue because of their gauntlets getting in the way. And I kind of wish his head was painted to match the rest of the body. I think that would have looked really, really nice. It just kind of stands out right now to me. Not horribly bad, but you know, I just want to see. I want to know what it would look like. But other than those two things, I don't know that I have any other complaints or anything that I really saw going on, you know. You know the look that it's going for, and they nail it. So it's a good figure. Not perfect again, but pretty close. I think a lot of people will like this one. I got lucky. I picked this one up on Big Bad a while ago when they were doing like sales and stuff like that. It's just been kind of sitting there. I felt really torn between tearing it off the card. That card looks so nice. I like those bigger figures on the cards. Rhino, Kingpin, that sort of thing. So tearing them out of there is kind of crazy for me. It's like, oh man, they look so good. But yeah, I mean, you look at all of them together, they look really cool together. And again, I think he is my favorite one. And he'll probably be the one that goes on my shelf to represent Apocalypse. You know, I can't really put everything out, but he'll probably be the one. If I could only pick one, he'll be the one. Be a close call between these two, though, the Build-A-Figure and him. And then the other Build-A-Figure, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. He'll probably be next to my Galactus and Sentinels or something like that, just so he can get out. But again, that's going to be it for this review. I like the figure. Hopefully y'all saw enough of him. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later.